The woman who helped build ChatGPT just gave a frontier AI model away for free. OpenAI quietly made its first gadget, and later, one chip pulled off a trick with tiny particles that should not work yet. This is Innover. Here is what actually mattered today. Innover Brief 1. Murati's lab gives away Inkling. Thinking Machines Lab just released its first AI model. It is called Inkling. The lab is run by Murati. She used to be the tech boss at OpenAI. Here is the wild part. They gave the model away. It is open weights, so anyone can download it and change it. The model has 975 billion parts. It can read text, see images, and hear audio. And you can dial how hard it thinks. They even admit it is not the best model out there. That is not the point. The point is, you can shape it into your own. Big labs sell you one model for everyone. This bet says the future is models you make your own. If that bet is right, the biggest AI company might be the one that gives the most away. Innover Brief 2. OpenAI ships its first gadget that was software you can download. This next one you can actually hold in your hand. OpenAI just shipped its very first piece of hardware. It is a $230 keypad called Codex Micro. It is a little light-up keyboard that runs your coding helper. Honestly, that keypad is a toy for coders. The real news is what comes next. Reports say OpenAI's first home gadget is a small speaker with no screen. It moves around your home, it can see and hear, and it talks back like a companion. And Apple is already suing OpenAI over stolen hardware secrets. So this fight is just getting started. OpenAI wants to live on your desk and in your living room. Today was step 1. Innover Brief 3. A 27B model fits on a phone. OpenAI wants a whole gadget in your home. This next team went the other way and made the AI tiny. Stick around. Later, one chip beats computer errors with pure physics. A startup called PrismML shrank a big AI model down to fit on a phone. They took a 27 billion part model and squeezed it under 4 gigabytes. That runs on an iPhone with no internet. It keeps about 90% of the smarts while getting way smaller. And Apple is in talks with them to put models like this right on your phone. On your phone means private, fast, and free to run. That is a different kind of AI than the cloud. Innover Brief 4. Stripe bids $53 billion for PayPal. Enough about the labs. Let's talk about a giant pile of money. Stripe just teamed up with an investment firm to try to buy PayPal. The offer is $60.50 a share. That values PayPal at about $53 billion. PayPal used to be the king of online payments. Years ago, its shares topped $300 each. Now, a younger rival wants to buy it. PayPal might say no, but the message is loud. The company that owned online money is now the one being chased. Innover Brief 5. SpaceX freezes cheap orbit rides. That deal was about who owns payments. This next one is about who owns space. SpaceX is putting a freeze on cheap rides to orbit. It is pausing new shared rides and sales on its Falcon 9 rocket. Tons of small satellite companies built their whole plan on those cheap shared rides. A few months ago, you could book a slot online for cheap. Now it is not so easy. The company that made space cheap can also make it hard to reach. Innover Brief 6. Quantum chip braids anyone's last one, and it is the strange one I promised you. Here is that chip trick from the start of the video. Quantinuum used its 54-qubit chip to play with tiny particles called anyons. They braided these particles like threads. Then they fused them together. Doing both at once gave them a full set of quantum moves for the first time. Why care? This is a real path to quantum computers that fix their own mistakes. Today's quantum machines break easily. This kind could protect itself using pure physics. Today's thread was simple. AI is spreading out into free models, into gadgets, and even into strange physics. We read these newsletters every day and keep only what matters. If that helps you, subscribe and we will keep them coming.